Well, g'day travellers, and welcome to another episode of Wewentthataway Adventures, but something a little bit different. I'm sitting here by the beautiful Georges River, not too far from home. It's a Saturday morning. It's about 6:30 and the first rays of sun are coming up, and I'm sitting here with my my diary, and I'm running through some ideas of future trips and future episodes. So what we thought we'd do in this one is show you a little bit of behind the scenes stuff, how we work out where we're going, how we juggle full-time work and our trips and our content creation, our social media stuff. So just a little bit of behind the scenes stuff. So I hope you enjoy this. It is something a bit different, and we might do this from time to time, just what goes on when the cameras aren't rolling. So hope you enjoy. So we've got our next adventure all lined up, which is a 3-day pub crawl out into central New South Wales, and going to be flying, well, not solo on this one, but Neen won't be coming along because it's the weekend before Christmas and she's got all the Christmas baking to do, and Rob, who is my usual cameraman, is off to have Christmas at his mum's place that weekend as well. So I've wrangled Brody in to come along on camera duties, so it's going to be just me and him. So on a 2-day 1300k round pub crawl of central New South Wales. What could go wrong? Yeah, g'day Ash, it's Rob here from Wewentthataway Adventures. How are you, mate? I'm well, thanks, buddy. Mate, I was talking to Liv a couple of weeks ago about us coming out on Saturday week to shoot a country pubs episode. Now, I heard you guys have just sold the pub, so I just want to check that we're still good to do that. Oh, that's fantastic. No, that sounds good, mate. Awesome. Okay. All right, we'll see you Saturday week. Cheers, Ash. Thanks, mate. Bye. Well, there you go, folks. That was the final pub of our 3-pub pub crawl that we're doing not next weekend, the weekend after. Just teed up the last pub, so looking forward to that, and we're going to take you on the road and show you what happens behind the scenes when we're filming these country pubs. Well, I'm just doing a little bit of research, as I always do, to check out the weather on each trip, and we're about 4 days away from heading off on our 3-day pub crawl. We're going to be visiting the Rabbit Trap Hotel in Albert, then up to spend the night at the Armature Hotel, and then on the Sunday morning we're heading up to Barradine to do Tattersalls pub at Barradine. And I've just checked out the weather for Saturday in Armature, and it's going to be 38 degrees. So I'm thinking when Brody gets home this afternoon, I'm going to be hitting him up to do the trip in Black Betty, because Grasshopper's got no air conditioning at the moment, and the fact that she's going to be retired next year, I'm probably not going to fix it. So yeah, I reckon we might be taking the Hilux with some air conditioning. On the road, folks, and this is typical of one of our filming weekends. We're up at ridiculous o'clock, so up at 3:30 this morning. We're on the road now. We've probably got 9.5–10 hours worth of drive time today alone, and we're heading, our first stop is Albert, which is about 6 hours away. We're going to film the Rabbit Trap pub there, and then we're going to move on to Armature the Savo. So yeah, so they're big days. They're not what you'd call a typical relaxation weekend, but it's what you got to do when you work full time and you only do this gig sort of on the side. So got Brody driving we're in Black Betty. We're not in Grasshopper this weekend because it's going to be 38 degrees today, and this thing has aircon and Hops doesn't. We'll see you on the road. Life on the road, folks. We're in Mudgee and we're looking for the bakery for brekkie. The difference it can make when you get to the outback between trips, like last time we were out here, it was absolute drought. Now, either side of the road, and I reckon this road must have been underwater like in the last week, because have a go at this. This is on the side of the highway. I'm like, I don't know, about 5 metres off the side of the road, and it's an absolute swamp. You can see the fence to the paddock there is still underwater, and it's on both sides of the highway. So wow, they've had some rain out here. Tell you what though, she's warming up. It's about 10:30 in the morning, and that's daylight savings time, so it's really 9:30 in the morning, and it's already hit 32 degrees. I think they're forecasting about 38 degrees today. So she's going to be a warm one. I hope the beer's cold at the pub.
Man, that summer, it was like no other, like I was on top of the world. This boy had it made with a first-rank Chevrolet, good dog and a girl. There wasn't a back road we didn't roll down. Looking back now, there's no doubt, red dirt summer don't get much better than that. 'Cause I had it all, Katie in the front, Bo in the back.
A lot of people ask us why we do Wewentthataway Adventures and whether we make any money out of it. And why we do it is just because we love to travel, and we love showing people, you know, Australia. And it was never intended to be anything other than a way for us to record our travels. So a little bit of a, I suppose, a visual diary, and to share it with our friends, and it grew into something a little bit bigger. In terms of whether we make any money out of this, well, you know, people ask me that question and I laugh hysterically for about 15 minutes, and then I try to answer them. The answer is no. And it's never been about making money, and it's not, it never really will be. Would we like to monetize it in some ways to subsidize the cost of doing this? Absolutely we would. And we don't charge the pubs anything to do country pubs. We do it because we really have a passion for visiting country pubs and supporting rural communities, and it just happens there's a lot of other people that enjoy it too. So, but there are ways that you can help support us if you want to. If you like what we do and you want to help us out, one way is simply by subscribing to the channel. So just subscribe to us on YouTube. That helps us to I suppose hit certain milestones that YouTube requires for us to be able to monetize our videos. So please just hit the subscribe button. The second way you can help out is to purchase some of our merchandise. So, you know, I've got the country pub shirt here, we've got some other stuff, and I'll put a link in the description to our online store. So that's just two ways that you can do it. Moving forward, would we be able to make this a job? I don't know. It'd be nice to be able to just offset some of the costs, but yeah, this is really a labour of love for us. And you know, why would we spend, you know, probably 15 hours in 2 days driving to film a couple of pubs just because we enjoy what we're doing? So how Australian is this, mate? We're travelling the Bogan Way. Oh, we lost the Bogan Way's back. Hey, it doesn't get more Aussie than that, does it?
Nope.
So when we get into the pub, what we'll do is we'll go in and find Mel, introduce ourselves. We'll do some sound checks and stuff on the camera gear outside.
Yep.
I think what I want to try and do is shoot the opening out on the street with and see if we can get the whole facade of the pub in with the rabbit trap and everything in the background. I'll shoot the country pub intro.
Yep.
And then we'll go in and we'll do a few shots just around at the pub. We'll find out where Mel wants to do her part. We'll get them to pour a couple of beers for us. Yep. Get a couple of shots of us having a drink, and then we'll run from there. So it'll probably take us, I don't know, depending on Mel and how busy she is and where we're going to shoot her bit. But it'll probably only take about 20 minutes, half an hour to get all the footage.
Yep.
Then we'll grab some lunch at the rabbit trap, go fuel up, and then we'll head off to Albert do it all again this Saturday.
Sweet.
I think tonight when we're shooting Armature, because they got the whole Christmas thing on, what we'll do is we'll get in, we'll find out where our room is, drop the gear. We'll take some shots inside the pub before it gets too busy. We'll try and find Ash and Liv to do their stuff before they get tied up with everything, because they'll be flat chat tonight. And then we'll do our normal shots. But what we'll do is we'll probably put the big camera away, and then tonight, while all the stuff's going, so that the live music and the Christmas tree and all that stuff, we'll just grab some shots as the night goes through. We're meeting Jerky B from Country Pubs Camping there tonight. Might see if we can work Jackie into the Armature video. Only because a lot of they're all going to run across on her side anyway. So I think it'll be a good segue and connecting Country Pubs Camping and our Country Pub segment together with Jackie B in it. So we'll try and sort that. And that should be it. We should be able to wrap that up, and then once we've wrapped that up, we'll put the gear away and just enjoy the night.
Party on.
Party on. Just arrived at the rabbit trap, so we'll go around the front now, and we'll find the publican, and we'll get ourselves set up, and then we'll shoot Country Pubs. I'll tell you what, bloody hot. Not much here. We're at the back of the pub. Looks like that's the servo next door, which we'll fuel up in a minute. So yep, we'll sit around and find the publican. So we're just setting up our opening shot now. So we're going to go over here. Brody's got the camera set up. We're going to do a bit of a sound check, and then we'll shoot the opening to the segment. And we do this at the start of all our episodes. Find somewhere that's got the right sort of backdrop, and we film our little intro. Test 1, test 2, test 1, 2, 3. Okay. Where am I standing in the frame? Have you got a good... Am I blocking it, or the whole track? And you can see it past me?
Yeah.
And where am I sitting? Have you got the whole body, or just the top half of me? There up? Okay, cool. Alright, we'll wait for the truck. So this is one of the biggest challenges when you're filming. Traffic and stuff coming by, but got a road train coming in at the moment, so we're going to let him pull up, and then we'll shoot the opening. Well, g'day travellers, and welcome to another episode of Country Pubs. This time we're in the New South Wales town of Albert, and we're at the Rabbit Trap Hotel. Let's go and take a look. Got that? Got it. I'm here at the bar of the Rabbit Trap with the licensee Mel. Mel, tell us a little bit about the pub.
About the pub. So the pub was built in 1930, so it's quite an old building.
Well, how cool are those guys, mate?
Very cool.
So that's it. We're one pub down, 2 pubs to go. Just finished the Rabbit Trap, and mate, what a cracking little pub. And that is exactly why we do Country Pubs. It's not because we get paid to do it. We certainly don't get paid to do it. And we insist on paying our way. Sometimes it's a bit of a tug of war. We met the guys halfway. They shouted us lunch, but we did buy some merch, and you know, we're really big on that, making sure that we're not out here to take freebies from the pubs. And as I said, even though yes, we're doing them a favour and they can benefit out of it, it's certainly we do it to do our little bit to help these rural communities and these little bush pubs that we love, and we have an absolutely fantastic time. So and if you're out that way, really call in there, mate, because I'll tell you what, the steak sanger, and how good were those chips and the mushroom sauce?
Beautiful.
They were dead set the best chips and gravy that I have had anywhere. And I've had a lot of chips and gravy, you can tell by the waistline. But they were awesome. And the steak sandwich, like, mate, the steak was melt in your mouth tender. Caramelised onions, barbecue sauce on a toasted, I don't know what the bun was, but it was a good bun. It wasn't your normal bloody tip-top hot dog roll or something. It was good stuff. And yeah, and that's what we do it. And I hope you're enjoying and getting a little bit of a glimpse behind the scenes of what goes on. It is currently, what is it, Brody?
38 degrees.
38 degrees, and it is about 1:30. And yeah, it's bloody hot. So thankfully we've got the aircon pumping in Black Betty. We're on our way to the Armature, but we have been strongly advised to stop in at a pub at Collie. Was it Collie? At Collie. So who knows? There may be. We've been told to stop in at Collie, ask for Tom, tell him that the guys at the Rabbit Trap sent us. Who knows? There might be another episode yet, but this is what we do. We wing shit, and we have a good time doing it. We'll either see you at Collie or the Armature, one of the two. Well, folks, I'm with Tom, the owner of the Collie Pub. And Tom, tell us a little bit about the pub here, mate.
So we're situated on the Oxley Highway between Gilgandra and Warren. Yeah, country bush pub, do meals 7 days a week.
Well, there you go, folks. We just shot a totally unexpected pub. So we called in at the Collie Hotel on recommendation from Ben and Mel at the Trap, and shot an episode there. So how's that? We come out here to film 3 pubs this weekend. We filmed 4, and another really nice country bloke, eh?
Very nice.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're out this way, hop into the Collie Hotel. We're on, what are we on? I think we just come off the Oxley Highway. We're on the Oxley Highway at Collie. Pop in. Really good pub. We didn't have a lot of time because this wasn't planned, and we're on our way to the Armature for Christmas. Popped in, had a couple of beers with Tom. He showed us around the joint, and we bought some more stubby coolers because you can never have too many stubby coolers. A couple of stickers. Got a Collie Hotel key ring, and yeah. So if you pop into these pubs, you know, buy a drink, buy a meal, get a little bit of a souvenir. It really helps these guys in the country out, and they're just really bloody good pubs, aren't they? Bloody good pubs. Alright, on to the Armature. Catch you guys.
I think we've got a good system, Rob.
Yep, couple of beers and a Pepsi and a couple of 100 Ks. Couple of beers and a Pepsi and a couple of 100 Ks. It works for me, mate.
It works well.
Hey, it's better than Macca's and a coffee, I reckon.
Too true.
Whew. Long day, hot day, but bloody good day.
Aircon good day.
Life on the road. So new record, mate. 3 pubs in a day. I've only ever done 2 pubs in a day. I've done 3 in a weekend.
No,
We're going to do 3 in a day and 4 in a weekend. So
smash 2 of them.
smash 2 records. How's that?
Smash them again.
Well, guys, we have been on the road for we're about 2 minutes off 12 hours on the road, and we're still on the way to Armature with one more pub to film. So I reckon by the time we wrap this one up tonight, it will probably be a 16-hour day. So, you know, a lot of people ask us, like, you know, how much time do you spend, you know, getting out and filming, and it's been pretty much non-stop today. So we left home just before 4 a.m. I think it was like 3:57, I think, when we drove down the road this morning. It's now 3:47, so we're 10 minutes off 12 hours, and we've still got probably got about 20 minutes before we hit the Armature, and then filming there. So yeah, they're pretty long days, and we'll have probably another, I dare say we'll probably have another 14-15 hour day tomorrow. So yeah, a lot of driving this weekend. We just worked out Brody has been driving 9.5 hours already today. So only broken up by Okay, admittedly we did stop at the trap for 2 hours. We probably stayed there a bit longer than we
Wish to?
We probably should have, but we had a lot of fun there. The last pub, the Collie Hotel, it wasn't even on the agenda, so we knocked that one over in about half an hour. Had a couple of beers, a chat with Tom, and now off to the Armature, and tonight should be good. So they got the Armature Christmas. It's a big night for the town out there, and it'll be really, really good to be part of that. So. And you know what? Probably one of the really good things about doing these country pubs is we get to make a heap of new friends around the country, and they're friends that own pubs, which is always a bloody good thing. And they're really appreciative. So you know, it sort of makes me feel good to be out here doing something that, you know, benefits these little country pubs, gives them a bit of a hand, and yeah. So there you go. So. If you ask how many hours we do, look, it varies from video to video, but when we're doing, which is solely pub shoots like this one, they're really, really long days to make it worthwhile doing the distance and get as many pubs in as we can. Well, G'day Travellers, Merry Christmas and welcome to our Christmas edition of Country Pubs. This time we're at the Armature Hotel in Armature, New South Wales, and we're here for the Armature Christmas. We just checked into our rooms here at the Armature Hotel, and like all good old country pubs, surrounded by big verandas. It's pretty warm out here today, and we're about to get freshened up and head downstairs because Santa is on his way. Folks, I'm with Ash, the owner of the Armature Hotel for the last 15 years. Mate, nice to meet you.
Great to see you, mate.
Great night here. So tell us a little bit about the pub.
Mate, look, here it is, the Armature Hotel, mate, built in 1929.
The people you run into at a country pub. Here is Jackie B from Country Pubs Camping. Having a good night, Jackie?
Oh, having a great night.
It's an awesome time out here. Just getting ourselves squared away. So just after 6, and got the gear packed up. Gonna go now, grab a little bit of brekkie, and we're gonna hit the road. Today we're heading out to Barradine to Wewentthataway Hotel to film out there, and we're gonna take a little bit of a detour this morning and bit of a surprise for Brody. How good's this, mate? You can have a coffee in the middle of the main street, not get run over. That was Armature, mate. You enjoy it? Pretty cool. Got a bit of a surprise this morning, guys. We'll show you when we get there. So we're on our way out now to the Pilliga Bore, and we've not long left Canamble, and we're on, I don't know what road we're on. I think we're on the Pilliga Road, and they've had an absolute shitload of water out here. We just went through one part where, you know, she was probably 200 mil, 300 mil deep. It was solid surface, no big deal, but the road's absolutely cut to shit, and we were just looking at the GPS, and we've got like 50 k's, and it's telling us it's going to take us 2 hours, and we couldn't work out why, and it's because the road has been just torn up. And this is what happens in these areas: is you the conditions are changing all the time. Now obviously the GPS thinks we're driving a Toyota Corolla or something. Four-wheel drive, it's so far it's no drama. We're hoping the road, there's nothing really bad down here, but it's a pretty slow go because there seems to be a whole heap of these causeways where it's just washed big holes into the road, and we're just going over one now. So yeah, pretty slow going, but I'm pretty sure we'll get there. But we're going to give ourselves a little bit of a treat for the day. We've arrived at the Pilliga Bore baths, so we're going to go treat ourselves to a hot spring. How good is this, mate? Your first hot spring. I don't know how hot this one is. Yeah. All right, let's go check her out, see how warm this puppy is. Here we go. Oh, she's nice and warm. If you've never been in one of these things, they are the best for getting all the aches and pains and stuff out of your body. And this is not as hot as the one at Lightning Ridge. It'll be, I don't know, you reckon, maybe 35, 36 degrees. But yeah, nice and warm. So we're going to go have a bit of a soak. That is so good. So good. What do you reckon, mate? First hot bore bath?
Beautiful.
Good stuff. I don't reckon anything gets the aches and pains out than 10 or 15 minutes in one of these things. All right, we're going to head off now, and we're going to try and take a bit of a detour before we get into Barradine to shoot the pub. I'm going to try, I don't know how we'll go because there's a lot of water around, the roads may be closed, but we're going to try and get into the Pilliga Salt Lakes picnic and camping area where the big fire tower is, and give you a look out there. So we'll see how we go. It's, what we do on a lot of these trips is make it up as we go. Oh, the joys of the outback. We've got 500 flies inside the bloody car. Are they out? Have we got them all? Get the window up before the bastards come back in. Oh, one part of outback travel I do. We've got bloody bees trying to come in now. One part of outback travel that I do not really enjoy is the flies. But you got to take the good with the bad, and there's way more good than there is bad. All right, to the Pilliga, old son. And see what this says. Unsealed road near Pilliga. Contact and call. What?
Have no idea.
Don't know. You bogged. We didn't bring the recovery gear. we weren't off-roading it.
Got snatched and stuff.
All right. Anyway, we're going to try it and get out to the Salt Coast picnic area and give you a quick look out here. It's not this is a behind the scenes thing. It's not a touring thing, but this is behind the scenes where we have a pretty rough plan of what we want to do.
There's a fly in here. And
then there's another fly in here, and we just make the shit up. Don't drive through the swamp. We make the shit up as we go, work out what we're going to do. But this thing was on my plan, and I couldn't bring Brody out into this area and not let him sample a hot spring. And we wanted to get out here early because it's going to be another high 30 day. So I don't think you want to sit in a hot spring when it's near
29.
It's 29 degrees now, and it's what it's almost 10 o'clock in the morning. All right, we'll hopefully we'll either see you at Barradine or we'll see you at the Salt Caves. Pretty solid. Yeah, we're all good. Well, the joys of travelling in the bush. Doesn't look like we're going to get down to the Salt Caves because the road's closed. It's might take a walk down and have a look what the problem is, eh? So this is E2 Creek, and You know, last time we were in the Pilliga, there was no water to be seen at all. And right at the moment they're flowing pretty good. So wouldn't be a real problem to drive a 4B down here, but the water's nice. How specky's this? How nice is this, mate? Hey, probably not the views we were hoping for from the top of the fire tower, but be out here in the Pilliga and actually see the water running is pretty cool. And this is a pretty specky little creek. This is called Gday Creek. How's this look, mate? Pretty specky, isn't it? Be a nice spot to even have a dip. Yeah, so it doesn't always go to plan. Can't always get where you want to go. Sometimes you find other little things along the way that you weren't expecting, like water flowing through the Pilliga. So I guess we'll have to reroute, and I don't know if there's another way to get into Salt Caves, or either that or we'll probably maybe just head into Berridoon and do the pub, mate. What do you reckon? All right, we'll see where the road takes us now. Look at that, find me thongs. I left them up the road somewhere. Animal tracks everywhere out here, and little butterflies playing around, getting a drink. These little butterflies fluttering everywhere. Pretty cool. Yeah, this is so cool. I was going about 5 minutes ago. Decided to have a little walk up the creek. And it's just so pretty. And it's really, really cool down here. It's because it's sitting about 30 degrees, I think, but just walking along the creek here, and oh, the sand's really soft. Hey, and I just swallowed a fly. Swallowed a fly and went down to my knees. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, get the winch, get the winch. So, little bit soft, and I am really stuck. Oh dear, oh dear. But this is what happens behind the scenes. Yeah, when I just walk along and boom, get down to my knees. Oh, it's got some suction on me. Hang on, I gotta do the ulcer. Oh, there's one leg out. Yeah. Hopefully. Oh shit, you perish out here, people. Tell my family I love them. Oh, this foot's stuck. Oh, there we go, there we go. Oh, careful where you walk. Oh, so that was, I suppose, a sort of a disappointment, but Gday Creek was pretty cool, so not a bad consolation. Berridoon, I think it's 1R. Oh. Berridoon, New South Wales. Oh. It doesn't want to take us down that road.
Route summary. Tara Road, Longmans Road.
Alright, we'll work out our way to Berridoon now. Yeah, a couple of road closed signs, so we'll see how we go. And I guess we will catch you next, either at the pub or even possibly the Berridoon Discovery Centre, which is pretty cool too. So we might even go in there and have a look. Alright, catch you there. Right here, I think, mate.
Route recalculation.
Whoa! Jesus! That was a bit soft. Far out. Oh, okay. Left again. Shit. Oh, that caught us out. Oh, listen to that bud. Holy Oh, so that yeah, that was a bit slippery, that corner. Completely caught us out. Weren't expecting that at all. We noticed as we've been driving along, there's all these little white things on the track, and just wanted to check what they are. It's a sort of little mushroom thing. Let's have a look. There's some sort of little mushroom in there. Well, they're really hard. And wow! Oh, there you go. There's look at that. Feels like a bloody golf ball. Look at that, bro. See? Look at that real got a friend. Yeah, there's more coming up. They're all over the track. They're really hard. Oh man, their surface is disgusting. Inside, look at that. Oh, and it stinks too. Yeah, so probably don't do that. I'm going to call them dog shit mushrooms because that's what they smell like, and they're slimy and brown inside. Anyway, here, wipe my foot off. Curiosity solved and or cured, and I fell out the car. Ah, see, behind the scenes. Shit. Oh. So graceful, so graceful. Let's go to bed. Let's go to Barradine. I need a beer. Oh dear. Anyway. I mean, just get your ABS or something, mate. Lock it on because. So yeah, we just come to a corner. It said next sharp left, which was about 2 metres in front of us before the GPS, and Brody's locked it up, and the truck made a hole. A heap of noise, but I think it was just the ABS kicking in because we were on the sand and it was trying to lock up. It was wasn't exaggerating when it said sharp left, was it?
Oh, that's that. Yep. ABS.
Yeah, no, it's just the ABS locking up. So, but always pays to get out and check when you get a funny noise coming from under the truck. We weren't going fast, but we did pull up really, really quickly. So, and yeah, with no traction on the sand. So, whoop. All right, so yeah, these tracks through the Pilliga really are a maze. So you need to have either a paper map or some sort of electronic map to guide you, because they dead set all the same. They're all the same. They all crisscross, and there's just a maze of them out here. So nothing tough about the four-wheel driving out here at all. We only turned around because it said road closed. We would have had no problem crossing that creek in a four-wheel drive, but you know, people also come out here in two-wheel drive cars. So I guess national parks, or I think national parks are in this. I don't know if this is national park or a state forest. It might be a state forest, but whatever it is, they close the road for a reason. You are a long way from anywhere if you do get stuck, and there's no phone reception. So yeah, you could be waiting out here for a day or a couple of days, and certainly a long bloody walk back, and it's pretty warm. So always good to obey the signs, even though it doesn't always go your way. But yeah, it's a cool place. Pilliga's pretty unique. It's very scrubby. What's that? Water? Oh no, ant nest. Yeah, it looked like a bloody mud hole, didn't it? Yeah, it's really scrubby. It's a unique sort of bush out here in the Pilliga, and I really wish we could have got to the fire tower to show you around, but we have got a video on the Pilliga. So if you want to see more of this area, check out our Pilliga video. And that's it. Yeah. On the road again. We'll see if we can get to Barradine without smelly mushrooms, ABS locking up, sinking to our knees, or
that's all I'd be tired.
Yeah, it's all part of the adventure. Can't do a road trip without snacks, and we've been getting into the Riverina jerky lately, and it is fair dinkum awesome jerky. But I threw some in for the road trip, and I thought I picked up the honey soy, and we grabbed it out, and it's the habanero hot chili. So I don't know how this is going to go. Two blokes sitting in an enclosed vehicle, but we'll give it a crack. I'm sure the jerky's great. Oh, just some, oh mate, there's some chili on it. Go the chili on it. All right, this could end in tears. She's hot. It's hot. Thank God I didn't grab the Carolina Reaper. I think we'll be eating this one in moderation, but really good bloody jerky. Just careful which one you pick. Well, g'day travellers, and welcome back to another episode of Country Pubs, and this time we're in Yowie territory. We're in the little town of Barradine in New South Wales on the edge of the Pilliga Scrub, and we're going to go inside and meet Sue, the owner of Reggie's Tattersalls Hotel. Well folks, I'm with Sue, the owner of Reggie's Tattersalls Hotel here in Barradine. Sue, thanks for having us here today.
You're welcome, lovely to see you.
And tell us a little bit about your pub here.
Well, I bought the pub in March this year. It had been closed for 18 months, and my son and I just cleaned it all up and got the doors open and started promoting our little town.
Well, folks, I'm having a beer here with Dennis Todd, one of the locals here at Barradine, and mate, I believe you had your first beer in this pub.
Yes, on the Crawford, yeah, 1962. I paid, it cost me 34 cents.
34 cents. There you go. So
Back here ever since.
must be bloody alright if you keep coming back that long. How good is this? How often do you get to come down in the cellar of an old pub? Let's go and have a look. Look at this. Wow. It's dark in here. We're on the last leg home now, heading into, I think we're about 30 k's out of Mudgee, I think, and it's starting to rain. And you'd think we're on the last stretch, but we're not actually, because there's a heck of a lot that's still got to be done before you guys are seeing these videos. So we've got to get home tonight, we've got to unpack. Brody uses this car for work. You've got a shitload of tools and stuff to put back in the back, so there's a fair bit of work to go there. I need to upload all the footage from the 3 different cameras that we've used this weekend. I have to put them into files, and then I have to compile all that information into episodes, and we've got 5 episodes that we're doing out of this trip, so 4 pub episodes and the episode that you guys are actually watching now. So there's hours upon hours of sorting and editing and voiceover and adding soundtracks. So yeah, so if you want to know what goes on behind the scenes, there's, you know, what you see on camera is probably about 30% of everything that goes on. The first episode to go up will be the Armature episode, which I want to go to air on Christmas Eve. It's the, 19th of December now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's the 19th of December now, so I've got 4 days to get that episode edited, uploaded, and ready to roll. So, but the good thing about doing a trip like this, where we can pile a whole heap of pubs in, I run the Country Pub episodes once a month, so we've just got 4 months of material in terms of country pubs out of this trip and the video that you guys are watching. So yeah, I hope it's been interesting seeing just a little smidget of what goes on behind the scenes when we're putting these things together. Well, we just passed a sign back there for Ralston and Kandos, and it said life is in the detour, and I reckon that's pretty right. And it's exactly what we do here, is try and show you all the little detours that are out there, all the little out of the way places, the little country pubs, the little towns, the isolated campsites that most people just don't get to see because the tourism agencies, in my opinion, don't do a real bloody good job at selling their own backyard. And hopefully by watching us guys, we'll show you some cracking little places that you won't see in the tourist brochures, you won't see on the big budget ads, but you will see blokes like us, and not just us, there's a whole heap of us out there that get out and promote Australia, promote New South Wales, promote the regional areas, and hopefully by watching us, that's what we're doing, and you'll get out there too. Fuck me!
Oh geez. Yeah, try with these on. Oh yeah.
Can't see shit. It is pissing down.
Honestly, I need to try the hazards on.
Wow. Yeah, just take it easy. Yeah, leave the hazards on. Are they on?
Yeah.
Yeah, leave them on. That wind is just blowing that rain across in sheets, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is crazy. Where did that come from?
I think it's just that valley.
Yeah, it's easy now. That was crazy. All of a sudden, the rain just come across, the wind picked up, and it was just sheets. Could not see, like literally couldn't see, what, 10 metres in front.
I thought it was past my bull bar at a time.
That was just crazy. It's raining again now. It's normal, you can see, but I don't know. We just went through this valley, and it was like in a car wash, crazy. Anyway, we're still going. We're right way up. All is well with the world. Man, that was freaky. Because it come on, there's like 100 k's along the road, then all of a sudden couldn't see. Wow, it's changed. The expensive part of travel, mate. Well folks, hope you've enjoyed a look at behind the scenes and life on the road. We're just finishing up here in the beautiful little town of Gulgong, the $10 town. This is the town that features on the $10 note, scoping out a couple of pubs for future episodes. If you like what we do, remember to hit the subscribe button and let us know if there's anything else you'd like to see behind the scenes or otherwise. And we'll catch you all on the next episode of Wewentthataway Adventures. Cheers guys.